Welcome, my yoga friends. Today, I want to throw a bone to those of you who've been pretty faithful to the challenge we're running this season. If you've been following even like half of the classes, chances are you're a little sore. Congrats if you're not. But I want to offer something that is on the order of gentle to moderate so that we can make sure we're not overdoing it in the shoulders, we're not overdoing it in the core and the hip flexors or the back or whatever. So it's not going to be yin, it's not going to be restorative necessarily, but there will be elements of that in this practice today. So let's start in a seated position. Hands to the lap. Slowing the breath. Make your sounding breath ujjayi. Bring some heat into the body that way. As we sit, let us now flip the palms to face the back. Fingers point to each other, and you can just kind of rock side to side, getting a stretch on the wrists. Still a cadence, a slow rhythm of the breath. Okay. A few times, make fists. Curl the fingers toward the palms, squeeze, and then release. Do that a few more times, squeezing hard for the stretch of it. Release. Twice more. And release. Let's shake it out a little bit. Relax the hands and tip your head off to one side. Bring a little bit of swaying in, forward and back. Move the jaw around to really emphasize the full neck and jaw stretch. And back up to center, head to the other side. Full in the breathing. Same thing, a little movement forward and back. Linger where you need to. Moving the jaw around to emphasize the neck and jaw stretch. And then back to center. Sitting really tall, find a twist to your right, looking over the shoulder. As you exhale, it's a good time to emphasize the belly lock. Through the middle, take your twist to the other side. Same thing as you empty, draw the belly inward. And then back to center. Take the fingertips behind you. Use them to prop up the heart and send the shoulders way, way down. Let the blades kiss one another. We'll breathe for a few rounds right here. You can take the gaze up and back if you like. And then back at neutral. Keep the crossing of your legs and walk your hands forward. You can sway softly. Let this be about healing. Walk your hands over to one side, reaching. And to the other side, reaching. And then back through center, walk yourself up to sit super tall. Let's extend the legs forward. Okay, spread the toes, roll out the ankles. And other direction. Send your heels off to the right. Okay, sitting tall, take your fingers to the right. Reach this left arm up and over. And I always want you to feel free to explore the exact angle because you might find something really satisfying. Let's go there for a little while. And then through center. Let's extend the legs again. Send the heels off to the left now. Sitting tall. Left fingers on the floor. Right arm reaching up and over. Find that angle that feels best. So full in the breathing. And then back up through the middle. Come on to heels. Let us tuck the toes underneath. Spread every single one of them. You're going to sit on your heels. Okay, there's an intensity here. Let's flip the palms up. Close the eyes. And we'll be in meditation with the belly bandha, drawing back. Just another cycle of breath or two. Let's breathe through this intensity at the feet. And that's enough. Come high onto the knees. Let's open the arms out really wide. We'll draw the hands behind your head and open through the heart. You can tip over to one side, through the middle, and to the other side. And through the middle. Sweep all the way up like you're greeting the sun. And then exhale, hands to earth, empty out for cat. Really empty. And then make your way to neutral. Send the fingers out to the sides. Rock yourself side to side. Point the fingers backward. Rock yourself forward and back. You might be tucking the toes now. Come on into neutral. Point the fingers forward again, but take the left back hand down and bend that elbow a couple of times, maybe 3. All right, fingers forward, right hand, back of the hand down. Bend the elbow. We're stretching into the wrist this way. A couple more times. And back into neutral. Grip the ground. Melt the belly, gaze high. And let's just hang out for a second, trying to send the sits bones up and the head up higher. Feel into the back. Back into neutral. Grab some blocks if you have them. As you'll grip them in front and the middle height. I'm going to swing the right knee around a few times or just circle it around. Then place that foot between your hands. Come onto the higher height. Let the hips sink forward for a couple of moments. Rock with this. When the knee is deeply bent, you can lift the knee off the ground with the top of the foot on the ground so the toes are not tucked. And then send the knee back down and push back. Do that a few times. All right, and then prop yourself up high. Sweep the left arm up and over. If you want to, lift this right heel quite a lot. For me, there's nothing more healing for the hips and low back than this pose right here. Let's breathe through it for a while. And then plant hands, return to all fours. Circle the left knee around a few times. And place this foot between your hands. You could be on the high height if you like. Let the hips come forward. And at first it's just a passive hold. Breathing to the whole body. And we'll rock with it slowly forward and back. Next time the knee is deeply bent, let the back knee lift off the ground, but the top of the foot is on the ground too. That gets, I think, a little extra stretch through the hips. And then set the knee down and extend the left leg. Do that a few more times. All right, and then prop yourself up nice and high and reach the right arm up and over. So you're tipping to the left. You could lift that left heel if you like. We're here for the stretch of it and for the breath of it. And then back to neutral, return to all fours. Okay. Slide your hands forward. I want you to be able to stretch your shoulders and chest. You can stay on the blocks if you like. Just passively allowing the chest and chin to fall down. Connect to roughly 10 breaths. Inch your way out. Okay, we're going to tip over to the right side, hand and knee, swing the foot off to the side, and left arm or left leg extends, and even left arm reaches across the ear. We're looking for satisfying openings. So if you like, take this left hand and try to touch the right arm somewhere. Some of you will get it, some of you won't. Doesn't really matter. Let's just find a stretch into the side body that feels good. And then this left arm reaches all the way up. Do something a little different. We're going to slide this right foot in front of the right knee if you can. You're actually going to help yourself to sit all the way down, plant the right foot. So now we've got this left ankle crossing the right thigh, right next to the knee. You can sit here, walk yourself in closer if you like. Some of you will even grab, hold, and squeeze. It's like a figure four or even like a pigeon, but not quite. Find the hip opening. and then tip back again. Rock your knees to the right so that left foot actually touches earth. You can sit up tall and look, you're ready for a twist. Right arm reaches up. You can wrap around. Okay, pull the knee across your midline. Set the left hip down as you sit very tall and twist. Some of you will take the elbow across or even bind this, but my theme is gentle healing today, so I'm just going to be pulling the knee across the midline. Let's connect to breathing. Give yourself a counter and even dip your chest toward earth. And then facing forward, let us open this to double pigeon. So all of us look totally different, compared to each other. A lot of us aren't going to be able to stack ankle and knee like so. Now, if you can, go right ahead into your fold with it. But there is no shame in a prop underneath the knee. I've even seen, prop underneath the seat. Make sure it's working for you, and you can get creative to make that happen. Feel totally empowered. This is your body, your practice. If possible, fold forward. And if it's too much, by the way, you can do more like a simple crisscross applesauce. You're still going to get something from that. Feel free to stay right here, or if it would help you, walk your hands over to the right or to the left or both. All right, back through center. Sit up tall, lean back, extend your legs. Let's take the soles of the feet together and open the knees for a second, and then open and close just a few times. We have more coming for the hips, but I don't want to get too far removed from the other side. So let's roll through and come on to all fours. Shift onto left hand and left knee. Swing that foot to the left. You'll extend the right leg and the right arm across the ear. If you want to go deeper into the side body stretch, you might try tucking your fingers underneath that left side arm, upper arm. Doesn't matter where you are. Let's just find our stretch. Reach the right arm up. Okay, funky entrance. So we're gonna try crossing that right ankle over the knee. And use your hands to help you sit all the way back, and then step that left foot right on the ground. Take your hands behind you and help your hips in toward the heel. Now this could feel like enough. Some of you will get your chest right on your shin. Some of you will even wrap around. Okay, wherever you are, appreciate it like a pigeon. And then tip yourself back again. Rock the knees to the left. Foot stamps on the ground. Sit up tall. You'll find your twist. So this left arm can wrap right around the knee. We'll set the right hip down, sitting tall. Twist to look behind. Any variation, of course, is welcome. But we're aiming to rest and repair today. Take your twist to the left. Hands down, you can even press your chest to earth. Then come on up, moving into our double pigeon or crisscross legs. Okay, no shame in the props. Ideally, you can stay upright or tip forward, either one. And just like last week, we had the option to be sucking in that first part of Nowly breath where you evacuate your belly, basically. You're suctioning it in and up underneath your ribs. Doing so really pulls at the fibers of your hip flexors and results in, strangely, an opening for the low back. So maybe you can feel that. And if you can't feel it yet, that's all right. Keep working on it, because you suddenly become conscious someday of those muscles and have deeper control over them. it would feel good, you can walk your hands to one side and then the other. And then back at center, tip yourself back, open the legs so the soles of the feet are together to start. And then knees close and open and close. Okay. While we're seated, let's open the legs. This can feel really good on a cushion. In fact, I'm going to get one just to give myself a little extra luxury today. Maybe a pillow too. Opening the legs, let them fall however they do. Okay. See if you can reach up first and rock a little bit so you're right on top of your sitting bones. Nice and long in the lower back. A lot of you will stop right here. Probably already feel it at the inner thighs. If you need more though, tip it slowly forward and savor each sensation. Walk yourself a little to the left. And a little to the right. And then back to center. All right, let's send this right heel in. You'll fold in the same direction you had before, almost like it's still wide legs. Make sure you got cushion underneath the heel. We're not here for as long since we basically did this stretch already, but you're gonna feel it's a slightly different angle. Slow and full in the breathing. For me, I'm feeling a little Kundalini rising, just like, for those who have not heard of it, it's this energetic serpent-like energy that's, said to sit at the base of the spine. And of course, these are metaphors. And that energy crawls up through the spine and the spinal centers. And it gives you energy symbolizing different aspects of this life. So, for instance, security, safety, sensuality, personal awareness, power, confidence. All right, so let's hang out with these lower energy centers for a little while. Because it's only by being so secure in them, so steady in them, that we can lift the energy even farther, and we'll talk about that part on the second side. I'm feeling like a bit of tingling, and this can only be described as like a pure joy, but it's like a restful, easy, natural joy. It's like a remembering, like an awakening deep in my belly, and it wants to crawl up to the heart so bad. So let's give this a few more moments. Let the energy build and swirl and build and swirl. And then back up. We'll bring the right heel in, extend the left leg long. Tipping this slowly forward. It really doesn't matter what it looks like, you guys. I think you know that by now if you've been with me for a while. Let's tip it forward. I'm just looking for the appropriate amount of tension and sensation. As you are here, let's welcome again that energy rising from the root. It can be very pleasurable energy. And let it climb up through the belly. For me at this point it becomes giddy unless I can invite it right into the chest, the heart center, center of compassion, of complete acceptance of others and self. It's like you could rest in a state that says nothing needs to change in order for me to feel whole. And that naturally climbs up to the throat, the center of communication and expression. And the exhales can actually be a force to push the energy up the spinal centers. And you get the third eye, that wisdom, the inner knowing, even inner seeing. Finally, up through the top of the head, that connection, and through the 1,000-petaled lotus. It's a metaphor for your connection to, you might call it God. The yoga system also says consciousness. There is freedom in the yoga system for you to use the language that you need to use in order to have this experience, which I believe all humans in some way are reaching for. Connect within ourselves now. You can envision even a 1,000-petaled lotus opening opening to the sunlight. As you exhale, energy shoots up, 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 farther, like through a beam of light, connecting you completely. Let there be a softness at the top of the head so that you can receive energy as well as give it. I'll climb on up to sit. All right. Before we find a kind of final few moments, I just want to give you the opportunity to stand if you want to. So we did a lot with Kundalini Rising. Let's just kind of shake this out. So we start at the feet, move up the legs, the hips, the back, the belly, the ribs, the chest, the arms. Shake out the fingers up to the shoulders, even the neck and head. Okay. Like no one's watching, maybe rock out the neck a little bit, circle it around, do what you do. Just invite the energy to get free. Shake anything off you don't want. And remember what a powerful being you are. And we're going to make our way into a supported thoracic opening. Okay. So I want to really kind of close with this big chest opening. Take it how you need to. Could be high height, low height, medium height. Play around with it, but you want that first block right behind what would be a bra strap if you wear bras. You can imagine where they go if you don't. And your head supported as well. Yeah. Nice to have a cushion underneath the thighs and knees, or even to bend your knees a little bit, and you can knock the knees outward or inward depending on what you feel like you need. We're here for 5 minutes, and we can consider this our Shavasana. How soft can you become? Come on into deeper breathing. Stretching. And climb up for a seat. So glad you are here, Yogi. If you've been in the challenge, I especially am just like so incredibly proud of you. Let's keep going. I'm considering it amazing if you even do 10 out of the 30, but I know there are going to be a handful of you who get through the full 30. Well done. It's been so exciting, and I'm just so appreciative to have you. Let me know how you're feeling and what specifically your body has been needing, because you know I'll tailor my stuff to work for you. All right, everyone, say hi. See you soon. Take care.